is a warning of the 3 most important things you must never do or say in a theater. The superstition that bad luck will come to you from walking under a ladder. Oh no! And realistically, the origin of this superstition is because a ladder leaning up against a wall essentially forms a triangle. And this dates back to 5,000 years ago in ancient Egypt, where they believed triangles to be sacred. So if you walk through a triangle, you desecrated the sacredness of that. Oh darn. Nowadays, we're much more logical about it. You don't walk under a ladder if somebody is on it because you risk knocking them down and seriously injuring them. So, safety first. The superstition that bad luck will befall you if you whistle in a theater. The origin of this superstition goes back to the earlier days of theater, when the technicians were hired sailors because they worked on ships, they knew the rigging system, and that carried over into the fly system in theater. So they used whistling to communicate with each other. So if somebody heard a whistle and assumed that they were supposed to fly something in, they could injure somebody on stage. Nowadays, we have headsets, so go nuts and whistle to your heart's content. Except during a show. That would be rude. But most of all, never, ever feed them after midnight. No, never mention the name of Macbeth. Well, there are a couple of different theories on this. One is that Shakespeare actually used real witches' incantations when he was writing the script, and the witches at the time objected to this, so they put a curse on the play. Now, not knocking people who study witchcraft, but it's over 400 years. You know, time to let it go. How long can you hold a grudge against a guy who just wanted to get into real estate? What do you think of when you hear the word Macbeth in a theater?
That Scottish git owes me 20 quid.
Another theory is that through the years, theaters that were struggling to stay in business would put on Macbeth in order to try to draw audiences in and make their money back. But a lot of them spent so much money on the production that they ended up going bankrupt, which, sorry, that's on them. Nowadays, we have a lot more financial foresight than they did. So at the end of the day, Macbeth is just a superstition. That's all it is.
All right.
Macbeth! If thou enjoyest this content, please like and subscribe to see more. Right, Yorick? And for those who are feeling very lucky, all together now. Macbeth! Nope. Oh well, I guess it must not be true.